Good morning, Internet. Welcome back to the cute cesspool. Looks like I just had another carbon dioxide explosion melt up here. And yeah, we're digging out some robo-miners. So this is pretty much where the base got to. I really have enjoyed this Baator worldgen. Over here, the sour gas boiler is doing great. I thought today we'd do kind of a base overview. We're coming up on cycle 1000, which is typically a good amount of cycles for a base. Oh, you don't have any power because you're dormant. Alright, that I will have to work on, but again, it's dormant. We got some, this is helium, this kind of red gas. I popped this open. All of this stuff is flowing all sorts of weird. But it's keeping everything kind of cool. Anyway, I thought we'd do kind of a base overview, look at the various places we've been. But first we'll start over here. Cesspool the octopus worked great. In fact, after I finished recording the last episode, I was like, why isn't my boiler working? Well, if you remember a long time ago, my goal was to suck up all of this naphtha. I'm not entirely sure when it got sucked up, but yeah, we burned it all. All of that got turned into natural gas. There's 246 kilos in there. But if we come back up to here, yeah, there's 14,000 kilograms of natural gas in this little room. That's awesome. So yeah, good on the, was that melted phosphorus? Anyway, yeah, so good on Cesspool the octopus and the sour gas boiler for sucking all of that up. I did run into an issue because of the way this turn is. There was a pool of naphtha down here, and so I ended up with petroleum on top of naphtha. And the way to fix that was I basically closed the door, let it get super hot, flash everything immediately, and then turn the temperature back down. It all settled out. Over here, the petroleum boiler, I turned it down because we're now sucking up oil to go into the sour gas boiler. So we're getting 1.9 kilos over there, and we're sucking in 1.5 kilos over here. This is 144,000 kilos of petroleum. I mean, these things are just great, especially when you got a magma source to run them off of. So easy to make. As for the base itself, I mean, I left this area intact just to kind of remind us of what the Baator worldgen can be, with melted glass, vaporized mercury, super high, gas pockets of steam and sour gas and helium and yeah, just all sorts of nastiness. There's even more glass in there. In terms of the main base, I mean, after moving away from the printing pod, I don't think I ever made enough sleet wheat. You can see how much bristleberry we have. We got 1 million calories of it. So my sleet wheat farm should have been bigger, but it's working. This thing is still at negative 70 degrees. It's been here for 850 cycles. So at cycle 130, I built this, thinking like, oh, eventually it'll warm up and I'll switch to that one. And yeah, still working great. Bunch of happy dupes. Definitely having the neutronium up here screwed with it, but I like having a source of regolith if I wanted to build a regolith melter or just as a source of filtration material. These two is big enough to fit 3 rockets out of, which worked quite well. I mean, I could definitely get more robo-miner systems going, and yeah. This planet, one of my absolute favorites, well, we did nothing. I came over here to see it, didn't even grab anything, didn't even make it over to the teleporters. So this one just kind of left the way that it was. It's got some hot obsidian And this is the one where the teleporters come to. Over here, we still got, yeah, we still got two dupes living over here. They're making their own barbecue. They've got pip wrenches and gyms. They gotta be some of the best skilled dupes. And they did their job. All these water tanks are full. I was filling them off with this salt water. You know, the base got a little warm, but it's got active cooling. It'll be fine. How much hydrogen do we have? 300 in that big container. Huge. Over here, which base was this? Ah, this is this one that has this cool steam vent. So we kind of dug all over just to kind of see what was over here. It's very wide. And this cool steam vent has now been running long enough that most of this is nearly at the boiling temperature. And so the steam has now melted, yeah, all of the ice. Oh, no, there's a little bit over here. Eventually it'll melt all the ice. This water is now slowly flowing over to here, and will melt this side as well. Oh, I used up all of the hydrogen. Interesting. So I've got all these batteries, but they're not actually doing anything, so I can just do... Oh no, I can't because I don't have any dupes over here. So if I printed a dupe, or yeah, if I printed a dupe, I could have them connect these two wires. This would all fill right back up. The pressure isn't leaking out. So it's just the hydrogen was being used for heating and other stuff. And see, you went dormant. Didn't melt all this ice though. We got a whole bunch of iron here. I was hoping it would drip over, but it got some sand. Otherwise, we've got probably some huge amount of iron over here. Yeah, 70 some odd tons. But for a nice planet, it worked out great. The oxygen's still running over here. Eventually, if it does keep running, water will be an issue, but there's plenty. The water planet, there's no issue with water over here. Yeah, just a whole bunch of planets I went to real quick. You still have gas pressure and hydrogen. But yeah, you're not running at all. Over here, this system on the magma planet, I mean, most of this igneous rock is down to the point where this is barely sucking heat out of it. I'll probably use this again of just having a big steam room, dump all the igneous rock magma on there that I can. Tree planet, you are still... Oh no, you became active. Okay, perfect. So if you became active, I could probably set you... What do you set to? Yeah, you're trying to get down to 250, which is going to take a while. You can see the temperature slowly coming down. And that's set to 250 because you lose temperature across the whole chain. And now with this being active, we've got to cool down the tungsten as well. But this is all automated. We'll keep working on its own. Yeah, you've got your own aqua tuner. You've got a source of natural gas. There's 600 kilograms over there. It's all good. And then I didn't come to the Moo planet. I never saw any gaseous moos. I think that's a worldgen issue. Yeah, and then over here at the oil planet, another just little mini base. So thank you all to the suggestions for trying the Baator worldgen. It definitely had some interesting issues. I ended up with all sorts of fun piping, as I always do. But, I mean, really, once you get a sour gas boiler going, things are great. Let's look at the power grid. Oh, yeah. That's just beautiful. And wires everywhere. My plumbing's got to look great as well. Not too bad. You know, this oxygen loop ended up being quite long, but running through the ice worked. This cooling loop did actually work. I mean, this is all down to reasonable temperatures. And, you know, in the living area, the decor is nice, and that's really all that matters. How much reed fiber did I end up with? 142. I would say that seems low, but I think in all of these other planets, I brought a whole bunch with me. Yeah, there's 300 over here. Really, 0? Well, that's not true. Oh, can you not see it because there's no dupes over here? Well, that's just dumb. I should be able to see what's here. I'm assuming the same thing's true over here. Yeah, even though we can see reed fiber. Whatever. Yeah, there's that carbon dioxide explosion slowly working its way down. Yeah, so thank you all very much for watching. Thanks for all the wonderful comments. I've gotten some great feedback from my 30 kilogram, that opened up, a 30 kilogram sour gas boiler, as well as a couple of suggestions to try it in survival. I was thinking about doing a base game map. Really? Okay, you just had to come grab some super hot igneous rock. Anyway, I got a suggestion to try to make the sour gas boiler in survival, and I think that's going to take a base game map with a regular oil to even have something close to enough oil wells to get the thing started, and then probably a slickster farm to feed it. So definitely let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. I'm always interested in trying out challenges like that to see if my big machines actually work in reality. I mean, Cesspool the octopus definitely worked. It was a huge amount of piping, but it was possible. I did do an update to the save game file for the 30 kilogram sour gas boiler because I play on the testing branch. So I'll include the save file for this map and people can play with it. Just be aware that I am on the testing branch, and they apparently just did an update that means regular people can't open it. But give me a second. I'm going to flip over to that sour gas boiler and show you the change that I made to that save game file. And here we are. What had happened was because I saved it with the testing branch update, I had to remake the entire thing. So I remade the entire sour gas boiler and then created a save game file. And with that, I also put in how many generators this thing actually takes to run. I'm not quite up to full pressure yet, but as you can see, we've got 3 pipes left to fill. This one's almost full, this one's got a little bit, and then these 2 are left. You can see the massive amount of carbon dioxide before I put in a chimney to force all that carbon dioxide up the top. So I'm using a bead dripper to force the carbon dioxide out the top. There's a couple of aqua tuners down here just attempting to keep stuff cool. But it is, I mean, there's something to be said for a generator stack that big. Like, can we even see how many tiles that is? Nope, I can't even zoom in enough to read it. So yeah, this thing was all sorts of fun to build and even more fun to do this. These pumps are actually running off the generators. This one pump has its own power source. It started the first stack, and then after that, every other pump has been running off of the generators. The power grid is split in half, and so this top pump runs off of these pumps. An absolute monstrosity. I could run them all off of one power grid. I just thought it'd be fun to do it that way. So yeah, that's what I'm actually talking about. That is why I think it requires a base game map, because this is a spaced out map, and that's, you know, a big asteroid in spaced out, and that's a whole lot of space taken up by this. Alright, so that's the kind of ridiculousness that is in the second save file in the description of the 30 kilogram sour gas boiler, and proof that, yeah, you really can run this many generators off of it. Let's head back to the cute cesspool. Oh, hopefully you enjoyed that little sojourn into absolute craziousness. That's probably not a word. As for the cesspool, I specifically kind of left it messy. I really wanted stuff flowing all over and liquids. Like, it's a cesspool. It's supposed to be a mess. We've got mercury and water and gases and glass and the copper left over from a dupe that died. You know what? Let's see if we can't mop that. Oh, I'm still in debug mode because I was over in my generator stack. Okay, grab the glass. Ooh, we can dump the copper in here. Copper. As a tribute to Turner and his molten suit, let's turn it back into copper for the dupes to use. We're all about recycling. How much sulfur is down here? Several tons. Oh no! This actually got solid glass. Alright, so I'm gonna come grab the copper. And his suit has been recycled. Where's my tasteful monument? There you are. Rest in peace, Turner. Thank you very much for the suit. Let's give you some artwork to finish off. Actually, you know what we can do to finish off? We need a statue, and I think right here is a perfect place for it. Alright, get to work on a statue and we'll call that good. Alright, we need a monument base. I don't think I can queue up all of this, can I? That's too bad. So they gotta build this first. That's a lot of steel. And base is done. What do we want for legs? Don't use sleepies enough. I should do that. Yeah, that looks like a nice cesspool type of leg. Just a big pile of trash. Ooh, that's a question. How much plastic did I make? Again, there's plenty on the other planets, but yeah, 66 tons. God, my good builders are good. Look at that. Alright, we need a head. What am I missing? What am I missing? Diamond, glass, steel. How much diamond do I have? $2,800, so I've got plenty of glass. So it's diamond. 21, and we need 25. Alright, let's go digging. Well, this should be interesting. I've got diamond. I've just got to get down to it. So we're gonna need more obsidian. Well, this just got more interesting. Let's make sure you guys aren't using obsidian, right? You're just using igneous. What is the best way? You know what? I think coming through here and then digging down. And we can do that. We'll probably make this out of insulated. And let's try not to kill the dupes. Can't believe I don't have any diamond. And now I should just be able to come straight across. God, I hope that's enough diamond. Maybe something like that. They aren't the fastest diggers in the world, but they're getting there. Actually, getting worried about this mercury. Ah, still got another 100 degrees to go. Maybe a temp shift plate or two over here wouldn't be a bad idea. They keep grabbing igneous rock in here to feed the stone hatches, and it's a bit warm. Alright, we got the good builders on the job now. Never mind, they ran away. Are we there yet? Never mind, he's running away. Is that it? Yes, it is. Alright, back to the monument. And with that last bit of diamond dug up, we can now queue this up and have them actually build it. What do we want? As a body. I should get one of the mods that lets me change these. Yeah, that'll work. We need one more delivery of diamond. Ellie, Harold, somebody's bringing it. And there's Harold now. Doing a pretty decent job of building. Oh, my critters all over the map. Need to change that head. Oh, and apparently in this most recent update, they've also added more dupes. Alright, let me turn that down a bit for you. And it's a cesspool. And power wasted. Like, look, power. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching as much as I've enjoyed playing. Thanks again for the suggestion for playing the Baator worldgen. Let me know in the comments if you have anything else you'd like to see, but I'm thinking the next map is going to be a base game, and I'm going to try to go for a 30 kilogram sour gas boiler in survival, because why not? And I hope you all have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.